Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Vadeboncoeur versus Furnari.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Vadeboncoeur, you have petitioned the court to prove to Miss Furnari that you are not the biological father of her one-year-old son, Dawson.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim you can prove you're not the father, and when today's results win your case, you want her out of your life for good.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Furnari, though you admit to sleeping with 2 other men, you say there's no doubt that Mr. Vadeboncoeur is your son's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Vadeboncoeur, tell me about your relationship with Miss Furnari.
Well, Your Honor, there was really never no relationship. I met her over Facebook through my sister, and after that, I had unprotected sex with her, and I ended up going away probably 3 to 4 days later. Now, 6 months down the road, I get a letter from my sister stating that Miss Furnari's pregnant. I haven't talked to her. I tried calling her from where I was, and there's no answer. And then I get pictures in the mail saying, hey, this is your kid.
And so that was the extent of the relationship?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you had sex just one time?
I had sex with her about twice.
Just 2 times?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Furnari, what was the nature of the relationship? How long did you date him?
About 2.5 years.
You 2.5 years? Mr. Vadeboncoeur, you said you had sex with her 2 times.
She tries to say that we've been together 2.5, 3 years. No, shortly after I met Miss Furnari, I went away. I've probably seen her 1 time within 10 months.
Were you in a relationship with anybody else during the time you were also sleeping with Mr. Vadeboncoeur?
No, I was not.
So how did he hear about you being with other men?
I did tell him.
You told him?
Yes, I did.
What did you tell him?
That I had sex with another guy while he was away.
So, Mr. Vadeboncoeur, what were you told?
I've had a couple people tell me, hey, you know Miss Furnari's out here cheating on you. And I find out she's sleeping on a couch with another guy naked. She's in the shower, taking a shower with another guy. This whole time, I'm away. The thing that gets me is the times don't add up from when I went away to when I came back for it to be my kid.
So explain why the times don't add up.
Because I was away for 10 months. Pregnancy is 9 months if I'm not wrong, right?
So when you went away, you didn't have any idea whether she was pregnant or not?
I got a letter saying, hey, Miss Furnari's pregnant.
You say to yourself, this is my child, this isn't my child.
I was happy. I was actually very happy.
Then you start hearing rumors, things.
Well, the rumor started when I first had one of my buddies come to me and say, hey, you know, Miss Furnari is out there cheating on you. I'm one of the guys she cheated on you with. All right, now I let it go. I was thinking he is mine. Now, I get to talking to another guy and he tells me he's had sex with her, and I look at Dawson and I look at him and I'm thinking it's his kid.
How did that affect you?
I was sick of it. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to keep going through it because it's putting strain on me and my fiance's relationship. And that's the one thing I don't want. I found the one I want to be with. So the only reason why I think she's trying to see if it's my kid, because if she thinks if he's mine,
I know it's
that
yours.
I'm gonna come back to her and we're gonna be some big happy family.
So you think this is a way to stay connected to you in hopes that you can get back together?
That's exactly what it is, Your Honor.
So, Miss Furnari, you brought a witness. I'd like to hear from her. Please stand, ma'am. State your name.
Janine Vadeboncoeur.
Ms. Vadeboncoeur,
Yes.
You are relation to Mr. Vadeboncoeur?
Yes, that's my brother.
Oh, so you're the sister that told him about the cheating?
Yes.
But you're standing with Ms. Furnari today?
It's about this little boy right here.
Tell me what you know.
That's what it's about.
Tell me what you know.
One night after we had all been drinking, she slept with one of the people that came to our little get-together.
Is that the only time you caught her cheating?
That's the only time I caught her cheating. I mean, I had suspicions, but...
Why? Because of her talking on the phone or?
Just different behaviors and stuff. And I told my brother this stuff, and I went to pick him up when he came home, and he came straight back, and he was right back with Miss Furnari after we got home, after I got him home from being away.
So you told your brother this, and then when he came back home, he went right back to her.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why you're standing on this side of the aisle today, because you feel like ultimately it's about Dawson.
Right, and they both lived with me. I put them out, and then my brother came to live with me again, because no matter what, at the end of the day, he's my baby brother, and I'll hold it down for him.
Is this about the fact that he went back to Ms. Furnari after he came home, or is this about you truly thinking Dawson is your nephew?
I truly believe that's my nephew.
But your brother said he was also confronted by a guy.
Right, I don't keep the same company with him.
That he said he slept with her as well.
Right, he also said they were only to had sex 2 times. They lived with me. 90% of their relationship, they lived in my home.
So when he says that he had sex with her just 2 times before he went away, that's not the truth?
No, not at all.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Furnari, there have been a lot of accusations today about you cheating, and you haven't said a word. You're not defending yourself. You're not saying that's not true. What is your story? Were you sleeping with multiple men during the window of conception?
No, I wasn't, Your Honor. All these
So
are
why are
lies.
all these men coming up to him talking about they slept with you?
They're not.
Your Honor,
It's all lies.
mutual too. It's mutual. They were cheating. It was back and forth. I know many times of him cheating on her. I know one time really of her. I don't know anything else. It was mutual. It was a very tumultuous relationship between both of them. It was like fire and ice with them.
So you're basically saying, Ms. Vadeboncoeur, that it is true. She was sleeping with a whole bunch of different people.
I don't know if she was sleeping with them per se when the window of conception, they lived together above me. When she found out she was pregnant, they lived above me. When he went away, she stayed with me for a while.
Well, when my sister kicked her out, she went and lived with this guy that stayed above from my sister.
And his wife and
that
kids.
is the guy that I think is Dawson's father.
Did you go to live with a man and his wife and kids?
Yes,
Ms.
I
Furnari?
did.
Were you intimate with that man?
No, I was not. I only had sex with one guy, and
Your
it was
Honor,
at the party.
Your Honor, I have been told multiple times by multiple people the same story that I'm getting from these guys. Now, why would these guys come to me and just lie about it? They know I'm not with Miss Furnari. They know I have nothing to do with her anymore. Now, why would they
That's a lie.
constantly be lying to me about it? That's the question that I have.
Your
during all
point
this.
is, what is the motive? Do they want to be with her? Do they want to keep you two apart? You're thinking, why are these people coming to tell me something they have no reason to tell me?
I honestly don't know, Your Honor. I think they just want me to know who I was dealing with.
So Dawson's now 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
What has been your involvement with this child?
I basically had no involvement with him.
None.
He's
None.
had some serious medical issues. Serious medical
Now,
issues.
Your Honor, I did go up to the hospital for him.
After his
What?
surgery, you went out and went to the bar with 2 other girls and had sex with them.
That's irrelevant, Your Honor.
Okay.
We
so
was-
Why?
not
Our
together
son
at
was
the
in the
time.
hospital.
We was not together at the time. She asked me to come up and
Yes,
see
we
Dawson.
were together.
So I did come and see Dawson. She tries to say we've been together for 3 years. I have been
Yes,
gone
we were.
2.5, almost 3.
But she's held you down
But I-
that whole time. She's been down
She
for
says
you.
she's held me down, but do you call holding down cheating on me?
Mr. Vadeboncoeur, I want to know, why do you think she so desperately is trying to say you are Dawson's father?
I don't know, Your Honor. I have tried to get DNA tests with Miss Furnari. She
I
flakes
offered to
out
pay
on
for
it.
one, and he told me
She-
to pay him $25 to take it.
Miss
When I went
Furnari
and picked him
flakes
up to
out
come
on
live
it,
with
Your
me
Honor.
in Illinois. He needs to break the cycle of what we went through as kids with his baby. I am down for his kids 100%. I need my brother to be in his kid's life.
Your Honor.
For everybody in the situation, because these kids didn't ask for this.
I'd like to hear from your witness, sir. Please stand, ma'am. State your name.
Charity Knox,
Ms. Knox, you are Mr. Vadeboncoeur's
fiance.
fiance.
Yes.
What do you know about this situation and Dawson's paternity?
She did flake out a couple times. We had paternity tests and she flaked out. It's all about David. It's not about that baby when it comes down. She wants him. Honey, you're not getting him. Sorry. Bye,
First
Felicia.
of all, she's irrelevant. She's been here for like months. She's been here for months.
I've been here for a year.
Complete
I've
chaos.
been here for a
with
year.
my
Chaos, and
fiance for a year.
She has nothing to do with any of it.
I ain't
This
going
is between
nowhere.
them, and it's about
Then
Dawson.
why are you here then?
She
But-
cannot, because I'm Dawson's aunt.
Okay,
You are
and
nothing.
I'm going to be his stepmommy one
Anyway.
day.
No, you're
What-
not going to be a
what
stepmom.
Natia
This is
fails
the
to
problem.
realize-
That is
She
my
doesn't
son,
know
and
how
you're
to
not
shut up
getting
and let
him.
them deal with it. She doesn't know how to shut up and let them deal with it. She's got to interject on everything, and it's got to be her way
That is
no
not
matter
true,
what.
Your Honor.
Yes, it
She
is.
will
That is
call.
not true.
She
Yes,
will
it
call
is.
Tia. They will call and mess with Tia. Tia won't have their number half the time. If Tia has their number, I am not going to lie, she will do it to them. They call Tia. My brother called Tia last night. They walked past our hotel. 1 o'clock in the morning, Tia's phone's going off, wakes me up. It's my brother telling Tia, meet him down the street so he can get some. At 1
Yes, that
o'clock
is
in the
true.
morning,
That is
last
true.
night.
We're walking down
Wait
the
a
road.
minute. Last night, Mr.
Last
Vadeboncoeur, you smiling.
Supposedly, because this is
was
what
on
I deal with
speakerphone the
every
whole
day
time.
on
It
a
was-
daily basis.
Yes.
I have
They
I have
were-
the
it
calls
gets
on
to
my
the
cell
point-
phone.
Were you
was
calling?
anonymous,
Were
the
you?
call.
Were you calling Miss Furnari last
No,
night at
Your
1
Honor.
a.m.?
I have the
No.
calls on my cell phone right now, and I
when
have my cell phone.
We went out to see a night on the town. We just
And you
happened
guys
to be
walked
walking
past our
by
hotel
a
running your
hotel
mouth.
Marity's doing
that-
this the whole time because she likes to instigate everything and interject into
We were
something.
walking by the hotel and
with her
here-
waving
Exactly.
at
And
us.
I just can't wait till we find out the DNA if the baby's his or not, because all it is about David, and when it should be about Dawson, and whether David.
It is about Dawson.
Well, she
It's not-
I
said,
can't wait to
It's
find
about
out so
her.
we can just be rid of him.
Miss Furnari.
ain't about
just-
you.
Let's get back to what's relevant. The bottom line is, Ms. Knox, you're saying that you believe Miss Furnari is just trying to stay connected to your fiance.
Yes.
And you believe the only reason she's just saying or asserting that you are the father is because she wants to be with you.
That is exactly right, Your Honor.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, Your Honor.
It is your intention, if it's determined that you are Dawson's biological father today, to be involved in his life.
I'm going to step up and take the responsibility that I have to take.
But you have been, and you say you've been trying to see him in the interim. And
We'll do it. If he's going to talk about taking care of his kids, he needs to do it. Dawson is not the only one going through this right now.
Have you been providing for Dawson financially?
No, I haven't, Your Honor. The simple fact why I won't do it, I don't feel I should have to take care of another man's kid.
But
if
you
I-
want to
if-
see him.
If I don't know, that was before. And then, I said, you're calling me, asking me for something, but when I want to get a DNA test, you don't want to give it to me.
So, Ms. Furnari, if it is indeed determined that Mr. Vadeboncoeur is Dawson's biological father, where do you go from here? Do you really want a relationship with him ultimately?
No, it's about Dawson. I want him to be in Dawson's life.
You want him to be a father?
Yes, I want him to
And
be
you
a
will
father.
allow him
Yes, I will.
to be involved?
Yes.
I want to be
And
aunt, not
if
dad.
he's not his biological child, then what?
Then I'll go my separate way.
Now, Your Honor, there's been so many times I have tried to do so many things. I think she has some kind of doubt
right.
in her mind that it's not mine.
We all know.
Well, the only way to move forward is to get the results. Jerome, I'm ready. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Vadeboncoeur versus Furnari, when it comes to 12-month-old Dawson Furnari, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Vadeboncoeur, you are the father.
That's your son, David.
That's fine.
Now all this can stop or you could be his dad. Can I give my brother a hug? Through all this, I love my brother.
Absolutely. You don't want to hug your sister?
No, I don't.
He doesn't want to hug Miss Vadeboncoeur.
At the end of the day, if he needs me, that's my baby brother, and I'm there. No matter what he may say, that's my brother. I give a care what nobody says. In the end of the day, that is my brother, and I'm down for him 100%.
Mr. Vadeboncoeur,
Okay,
it
if-
doesn't sound like that's the. What are you feeling now? I'm trying to understand what your emotion. Are you happy?
I'm happy about it. I am happy about it. Now, the only problem that I'm going to have with all this is Miss Furnari. I can take care of Dawson, but it doesn't have to include her.
Absolutely.
He lived
Now-
It does
now what
include
she-
her to the extent that you all will have to co-parent together.
I understand that. I don't regret anything. I don't regret that kid now that I know he's
at
mine.
this point, we've got an innocent little boy with a mother and a father that claim they want what's best for him. Now it's time to see if you all are going to step up to the plate and do what's necessary, and that's a lot of hard work.
I try to push him into that role.
Now, Ms.
He can break
Vadeboncoeur,
the cycle.
you have been very vocal today, and I appreciate. I have a nephew that I love. I call him my first baby, but that's their child. That's their child.
I try to act like the go-between
So,
when they can't get along.
But listen, at some point, the go-between has to step out of the picture and allow the parents the opportunity to see if they can figure this out together. And that goes for you too, Miss Knox. Now, you're entering into a marriage, you all fiancé, you're going to get married, but this is still the parents of this child. You guys got to learn how to talk together. You've got to learn how to arrange visitation. You've got to learn how to talk about your expectations for Dawson's upbringing. You got to learn how to get along, at least for the sake of the child. And then the village, Ms. Vadeboncoeur, Ms. Knox, you all then can help shape this when needed. But this is their child. I wish you all the very best of luck. We have resources for you. I want you to take advantage of each and every opportunity for help we give you, for Dawson's sake, all right?
Yes.
Good luck to all of you. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.